From Lele 720 KUAI, the Menahunis are back with Jardine just behind the 10-yard line. Valen Vea to the far right side of the field. They are waiting to receive the kick from the Red Raiders. Raiders in their huddle, waiting for just the final seconds on the clock to count down. Again, if you're just joining us in junior varsity action, Raiders rolling to their third win of the season with a 46-6 romp over the Menahuni junior varsity. That is the Menahuni's third straight loss, the Raiders' third consecutive victory. Luke Smith will kick off for Kauai High School.
I'm gonna be looking in a minute.
Smith looking for Jardine and Vea. Here's the kick, end over end. Vea takes it at the 10. Looks for a blocking. He'll carry it to the 20, 25. Oh, big hold of the 30. Still on his feet to the 35-yard line, and the Menahunis are underway. Raiders, and they certainly are charged up on defense, having their best defensive performance of the year and maybe of a few years this past week. And they just destroyed the Kauai Warriors in the fourth quarter with their sacks. Their penetration was something else. Here comes Waimea for the first play of the ball game. Vea and Jardine in the backfield. Jardine into motion. Hand off to Vea. He'll squirt forward for a couple of yards. Get out from the 35 close to the 38-yard line. Waimea just about had two men in motion at the same time. Everybody able to hold their spot though. Second down, 7 to go after that gain of 3. Villanueva to the right side. Off to the left, Shannon Jacinto for the Menahunis. I formation, handoff. Here's Jardine, first carry of the night. Breaks a tackle out across the 40 to the 41. High stepping his way across the Red Raider front line. Third down, and there is a flag on the field at the 40. So now we'll wait and see what the penalty is. The officials will be talking it over with the Red Raiders, which will mean it will be obviously against the Menahunis. Michael Solibio comes off the side of the field and joins the huddle for the Menahunis. Still looking for the indication. Flag will be picked up and they will march off 5, looks like 10 yards for holding against Waimea. So that'll be a tough one for the Menahunis as they try to get things untracked. Waimea with about 671 yards of offense in their first 2 games of the league. There is a jump at the line, and so a procedure, false start for the right side of that line for Waimea. So a little misstep there. But coming into this game, Waimea has rushed for 535 yards. They've passed for another 136. 671, and that's about 150 yards better than Kauai, number 2 in the league in that category. Second down, 20 now from the 24. Castro will hand off over to Jardine. Jardine dives his way across the 25, stopped well short of the 30, and it brings up a third and very, very long for the Menahunis. Castro will check the far side. Kurt Castro, a junior. And this will be the first time in a while that the Menahunis will have the affordability of a junior at the quarterback position, and they can look forward to him returning next year. Third down, 17 to go at the 28-yard line. Their own 28. Receiver split on both sides. Hand off to Vea. Quick opener. He's got plenty of room over the 40. First down, 45. Midfield, and he is tackled at the 50. What a hole. And Benson Tabata with a touchdown-saving tackle on Valen Vea. Everybody was watching Sean Jardine. And Vea with just a monstrous hole right up the middle. Aguiar Moriguchi just blew everybody out of there. Huge gain. They spot the ball just shy of the 50. They'll say Vea went down just across the 49-yard line. It's still a 1st and 10 for the Menahunis. Kurt Castro barking the signals. Hands off again to Vea. Vea with another first down over the 40. 35 breaks from the pile. 20, 10. He breaks another tackle inside. It's touchdown. Waimea. So as everybody is watching Sean Jardine, Valen Vea able to just move right through the quick opener up the middle of the line of the Menahunis. That is a 51-yard touchdown run. Sean Jardine to go for the point after. 20-yard kick for him. It's up. Ferguson holding, and that kick is good. We're going to pause here at Fadena Stadium. The Menahunis have lit the scoreboard up first with 9:52 to go in our first quarter. It's Waimea 7, Kauai High School yet to score. The ball more. But I always think that. Scoreboard, it's 7-0 already, and Valen Vea, the secret weapon. He's not really a secret. He has been around for a while, and everybody knows well of him. But Vea just stinging the Red Raiders in the early going here. Jardine has the ball teed up for the Red Raiders. Back to receive will be Ryan Koga on the near sideline. Tryson Shigimoto on the far side. The kick will go towards Shigimoto, except Koga will take it inside the 10 at the 8. Over the 20, and he is hit at the 23-yard line, and down he goes. Helping out on the tackle was Reynal Pasol for the Menahunis. Pasol able to cut through that the wedge for the Red Raiders, penetrate right through that and get to the ball carrier. So 9 minutes and 48 seconds remaining here in our first period. We're just getting it underway. Red Raiders for the first time tonight on offense. Richard Vigilia brings him up, sets the line, flanker to the left. And now into motion comes Travis Muraoka to the near sideline. Roll back to the right, looking out over the middle, some pressure on Vigilia. He dumps it off, and a battle for the ball. It'll be incomplete. Valen Vea going up for it, along with Muraoka at the 31-yard line. Travis had a position, just couldn't hang on to the ball. Vea really gave him a pretty good pop out there. So it's 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion, still at the 25-yard line. Raiders come out of their huddle again. Tryson Shigimoto in the backfield along with Mikey Nii. Vigilia takes the snap, gives it over to the left side to Shigimoto, crashed at the 26-yard line. He'll go down after a terrific collision. And it looks like Robert De La Cruz got a big mid on him. Puno Rivera playing nose guard tonight also went on the stop. De La Cruz is all over this field. 3rd down, 8 to go now for the Red Raiders at their own 27-yard line. Shigimoto continues as the tailback. Just in front of him, Mikey Nii. Vigilia looks across the defense. 6 men on that line for the Menahunis. 3 steps back, look to the left, they're going to fire. It'll be incomplete. The pass was intended for Kelly Uyoka, and it would have been short of the first down marker, and the Menahunis had defensed that very well. Tyson Cora, the other linebacker, over there along with Randy Villanueva to make that stop. So the Raiders come out throwing in their first possession. It'll be 4th down and 8 now after a series of incompletes. Eric Masters gets ready to punt to Valen Vea and Randy Villanueva. Villanueva to the near side. Masters with a great snap. Big leg, wobbly kick, bounces at midfield, takes a Raider roll to the 40, still rolling down to about the 36-yard line, and that's where Kelly Uyoka will touch it, and the Menahunis will bring it back from there. Castro bringing his protective line with him, and they have really done a great job for him. Guarding Kurt Castro, Jason Galdera, Roderick Geronimo, Kaimi Aguiar, Mason Moriguchi, Julius Cesar, and Tyson Pereira. And they do a good job of being bodyguards. Here's the 1st and 10. Castro with the snap. Pitch to the right side as Sean Jardine racing to the outside corner. Breaks a tackle, turns it up over the 35, gets close to the 40-yard line. Raiders, and several of them had shots in the backfield, but Jardine just really able to glide and then pick up the speed. Eluding the tacklers. Gain of just about 3 on the play to the 39-yard line. 2nd down and 7 coming up. Menahunis break out of their huddle. Villanueva coming to the near side along with Shannon Jacinto. Handoff, it's going to be Sean Jardine cutting to the near side on a slant over the 45, breaks a tackle, 50, 1st down and into Raider territory. Now it is Sean Jardine that the Red Raiders are going to have a tough time tackling. Sterling Awana over there along with Luke Smith and Ryan Kogan. It took all of them to be able to corral Sean Jardine. 1st down for the Menahunis. They have broken into Raider territory yet again. Castro with his team in the huddle. Breaks out, brings them to the line. Pereira to the far side along with Villanueva. Pro set formation in the back on the first down play. Handoff to Vea. Vea diving forward inside the 45-yard line, stretches the body to the 44. Picks up 3 very hard yards in the middle of that defense, going up against Keali'i, Inouye, and Shane Sata of the Red Raiders. 2nd and 7. As the clock continues to click here, Raiders come up and send Villanueva wide to the far side of the field. Castro ready, and there is motion on his line, so it'll be a procedure, a false start again against the Menahunis. That will march 5 yards back. Still 2nd down, and now it'll be about 11 to go, a long 11. Transgressor will be taken off the field and replaced temporarily. And Waimea ready to go one more time. Villanueva still out to the far side. On the near side, William Rodriguez. Here's the pro set. Handoff will go to Jardine. Right side slant hit at the line of scrimmage. Tackled at the 49-yard line. Might have lost a couple of yards on the play. They spot the ball at the 50, and that will be a 2-yard loss on the play. Excellent penetration on the far side of that line. Shane Sata and Eric Masters doing a good job to keep Sean Jardine bottled in. 3rd down, 13 now. The ball set in between the stripes right at midfield at the 50-yard line. Kurt Castro, the junior, ready to go. Takes the snap. Drops back, looks over the middle. Heaves it deep. He's got a man open. Incomplete. Tyson Pereira, the tight end, had slipped behind the secondary, was wide open, and the pass just overthrown. Pereira had 6 on the board. All he had to do was bring it in. So it's 4th down. Ball still at midfield. Tyson Shigimoto and Nicole Martin back to receive the punt from Sean Jardine. Menahunis, this will be their first punt of the evening. Good snap to Jardine, plenty of time. He's got a nice kickoff. What a boomer, all the way to the 10-yard line. And tackled immediately. Nicole Martin, down he goes at the 12. He was able to just take 2 steps up, and boom, he was stopped. So the Raiders get the ball, but tough field position right now. They'll bring it to the 13-yard line. And what an exchange off the boot of Sean Jardine. He has really helped his team in that department. My goodness. Raiders bottled up deep in their own territory. They will begin their drive at the 13-yard line. Richard Vigilia ready to go. Takes the snap, hands off, hit in the back at the line of scrimmage. And absolutely no running room, and that was Tyson Shigimoto. Raiders with no running room. They spot the ball maybe just shy of the 13-yard line. At best, he got back to that line of scrimmage. No gain on that play. Raiders send Benson Tabata in with a play. He will announce it to the quarterback, and here come the Raiders. Shigimoto, the tailback, Mikey D.E. The halfback, Vigilia ready to go. Takes the snap, drops back, looks off to the left, has pressure, fires it. It'll be incomplete just across the 20-yard line. Pass was intended for Tabata. He was defensed by Jardine on the play. That brings up a 3rd down and 10. Flag was dropped on the play, I believe, or not? No. There was no flag on that play. 7-0 our score. The Menahunis with the lead. The Red Raiders right now with the ball, trying to get something started, try to tie it up. 3rd down and 10. Long situation, a passing situation for the Raiders. Vigilia with some time, takes the snap, rolls off to the left side, wants to run it, and Puna Rivera's all over him. The nose guard just stringing the play along the line, and Puna able to just put Richard Vigilia right down on the carpet with a loss of 3 on the play. And it's 4th down, 13 to go, back at the 10-yard line. Actually, it's inside the 10 at the 9. Valen Vea and the Menahunis will get great field position. Vea back, and he is waiting at the Raider 42-yard line. Eric Masters will be punting from his own end zone. The Menahunis, and they look like they're coming, and yes, they are. Raiders pick it up. Masters with a short kickoff. Fair catch called for. The ball bounces short of the 40-yard line, takes a Raider bounce, rolls across the 45, and comes close to midfield. They'll tap it just over the 48-yard line, and that's where Waimea will get it. So a 1st and 10 for Waimea in Raider territory and at the 48-yard line. Kurt Castro leads the offense back onto the field. Sean Jardine, Valen Vea in the backfield. William Rodriguez, Randy Villanueva the receivers. Villanueva to the far side, Rodriguez to the near side. Pro formation in the backfield. Here's the snap. Little quick throw over the middle, and it'll be complete to Pereira at the 35-yard line. Still on his feet, breaks a tackle at the 30. 25, 20, racing to the corner. A man to beat, knocked out of bounds at the 2. Ryan Koga was able to catch up to him. 4 Raiders had a shot at the 20. And Tyson Pereira able to slip them, and I believe the Raiders collided into each other. And then he was racing into the corner and was stopped just 2 yards short. It is crunch time for the defense now for the Red Raiders. They will be asked for their goal line stand, and this will be a challenge. Sean Jardine in the backfield gets the call, puts his head down, dives forward. He may be stopped just short of the goal line. Gain of 1.5 yards on the play. Jardine really running hard. Stopped about 6 inches or a foot off the goal line. 2nd down and goal to go. Raiders again going to try to stack up that tough defensive stand on the goal line. And here come the Menahunis. Vea to the right. Jardine directly behind Kurt Castro. Here's the snap. Castro again gives it to Jardine. Hit behind the line of scrimmage. Bounces off. Hits again. Ducks under a tackle. He's inside, and a touchdown for Waimea, Sean Jardine. Oh my goodness, what a run. Eric Masters had him stopped at the 3. But Sean Jardine able to keep his feet and just keep running, ducked underneath another tackle and able to burst his way through. That may have been his most difficult touchdown run of the season. Sean to go for the extra point. There's a muff on the snap. Jardine picks it up. He's going to run to the far corner. He'll throw it high into the air, push, and there's going to be a flag on the play. The Menahunis are going to get another shot at it. Jardine, and what presence of mind. Folks, you just have to see this young man play football to really appreciate it. Knowing that his team was in trouble, and this was obviously an entire team effort. Nobody went down early. They had a receiver in the corner. Jardine was able to just loft one into the night air towards him. A Raider defender pushed him well before the ball got there. The Menahunis now with that mistake have an opportunity to go for that extra point that they had missed. Charles Ferguson will be holding. Oh, and the Raiders, what a break. And here is another flag, and let's see what this may be. It'll be encroachment against the defense. And that will move the ball half the distance. And Waimea, I believe, is going to chuck that old kicking tee, and they might go for 2 here. They do send a new troop on. And Kurt Castro comes back, and they're going to ask Kurt to deliver a 2-pointer for the team. Vea and Jardine in the backfield. Castro takes the snap, fakes it, hands off, excuse me. It's Vea. He's inside, 2 points. So we're going to pause. 4 minutes, 9 seconds left in our first quarter, and the score is now Waimea 15, Kauai High School nothing. Red Raiders, the first time these two teams met, it was a 33-0 shellacking, and the Menahunis are getting right after it tonight. 15-0 the score here in the first quarter. Sean Jardine set to kick off. You know, sometimes if you would listen to a Menahuni game, you would think that he's the only player they've got, but he's just that versatile and that good. He'll kick off to Shigimoto. Trison returns it from the 12 to the 20, breaks a tackle. Whoop. Down he goes at the 22-yard line. Got by 1, but he's not going to get by more. Puna Rivera makes the stop on that one. Puna with a big night tonight. Seeing him all over the field. Raiders get a bit better field position now to get their drive underway. They will start at the 22-yard line, the tail of the ball just across the 22. 4 minutes remaining here in our first period. And it's been a very short night for the Red Raider offense. They want to take a timeout there. The defense of these Menahunis, who have certainly taken the bus ride to town to play some football. Shigimoto in the backfield is the tail. Ryan Koga, that is Mikey Nee with him. He'll set the block as Koga gets the pitch to the far side. Student body left, and they're over the 30, close to the first down marker. Big gain on first down. That'll be over 10 yards and enough for the first down, taking the ball out to the 34-yard line. Great call after that timeout for the Raiders. Benson Tabata sprints out onto the field, bringing a play along with him. He'll replace Travis Muraoka. So Ni'i and Shigimoto continue in the backfield. Ni'i laying the block, Shigimoto picking up the yardage. Richard Vigilia gets his receivers set. Wide on both sides, takes the snap. Drops back, and some pressure, and look out, he's going to get sacked inside the 25-yard line. Michael Solibio and Puna Rivera. Puna getting in there first. Michael Solibio helped to close that off. But the nose guard, oh my goodness. He came right through. I don't even know if the Red Raiders are able to spot him tonight. Second down, loss of 7 on that play, so it's 2nd and 17 for the Raiders. Vigilia sets the line. Barks the count, takes the snap, pitch to the near side. It's going to be Shigimoto out over the 25 to the 30, wrapped up and stopped at the 30-yard line. Gain on the play of about 4 yards, maybe only 3. Third down coming up now for the Raiders. They still need 14 yards. Got to get back out to the 44-yard line, and they're 14 yards shy of that mark now. Out of the huddle with the ball on the near hash mark. Muraoka way wide to the far side. Double slot to the left as well. Single setback is Ni'i. Roll to the left now for Vigilia. Looks for a place to run. Has a crease. Gets tackled. Puna Rivera gets him again. Puna Rivera and Daniel Tafua teaming up on the tackle. It's 4th down for the Raiders. Daniel Tafua really holding that up. And now with a 4th down coming up, it's punting for Eric Masters. We'll see if he can launch this ball once again. A couple of interesting kicks already tonight. Valen Vea back to receive at the 40-yard line, the Menahuni 40. Masters, the ball is nearly blocked, gets a boomer off to the 38-yard line. Vea wrapped up at the 41, and down he goes. Travis Muraoka able to get down there very quickly on the coverage, and he makes the tackle. They'll spot it at the 42-yard line. The Menahunis will begin there with 1:34 left in this period. Valen Vea already with a 51-yard touchdown run, and Sean Jardine picking up one of his own on a 1-yarder. Here come the Menahunis. Castro leads them up and at him. Sets Randy Villanueva flank to the left side. Rodriguez to the left side also. Here comes Vea. Sweep to the left, pitch to Jardine. 45-yard line hit, still diving forward to the 47. Jardine that time wrapped up by Brian Medeiros. Caught him at the 45-yard line. Jardine simply hurdled over the top of him, dove forward to the 42-yard line. 2nd down now. Gain of 5 on that play, so 2nd and 5 as we get in on the 1-minute mark. Valen Vea checks out of the ball game of the backfield for the Menahunis. Alden Pablo is now the halfback. Pablo with a quick call. He's got yardage over the 50, close to the first down marker at the 49-yard line. Looks like they'll give him forward progress to the Red Raider 48, and it'll be close to the first down depending on the spot, and it looks like it may be a little short. When they actually get it down, yes, they will put it down short. So it's 3rd down, less than a yard to go for Waimea. Alden Pablo still in the backfield along with Sean Jardine at an I formation. Here's the snap. Pablo again. Quick opener up that middle. He's got the first down, carrying people to the 40-yard line. Pablo, and just as Valen Vea did in the first series of plays for the Menahunis, taking advantage of some big holes by Kaimi Aguiar, Mason Moriguchi, and Roderick Geronimo. They are knocking the Raiders off that line of scrimmage, and the first back through able to pick up an easy 5. 1st and 10 for the Menahoonies. Red Raider 40-yard line. Ball set to the near hash mark. Final play of our first period. Wide receiver to the short left side of the field. Castro sets the line. Full house backfield. Takes the snap. Handoff. Jardine blasting through to the 30-yard line. Crisp little 10 and then some. Working his way for 13 yards. We're through a quarter here at Vidina Stadium. The score, Waimea 15, Kauai High School 10. Excuse me, nothing. Oh, gee, that's short. That's way short. After a quarter of play here, Waimea just about to be knocking on that door. Actually, 15-0. They're pretty much close to pounded on that door. Come back with a full house backfield. Alan Pablo and Randy Villanueva. They want to pass. Kurt Castro hit as he releases the ball to the 8-yard line. In and out of the hands. Incomplete, intended for Tyson Pereira. Oh, and Pereira just about gathered it in. He'll be talking to himself tonight. That is for sure. Incompletion stops the clock and brings up a 2nd down. Waimea, and tonight it appears that Kurt Castro is going to be given the green light to pass a little bit more than he had earlier this season. I believe he had only attempted about 8 passes in the first 2 KIF games. Tonight looks like he'll probably get 8 alone in this first half. Handoff to Sean Jardine. He's over the 25, 20-yard line, still fighting for a first down, still on his feet. Got the first down inside the 15-yard line. A 12-yard run for Sean Jardine, breaking 3 or 4 tackles on the way. And the Raiders really cannot figure out how to stop Sean Jardine. They can get a hand on him, they just can't tackle him. Another fresh set of downs for the Menahoonies. Raiders come up on defense. They'll put 6 men on the line. Handoff, Pablo. Pablo, quick hole open the middle. Diving in from the 2. He's got a touchdown. Alden Pablo and the Waimea Menahoonies. What an incredible 14-yard run. That really quiets the Raider fans, and they had come here tonight to celebrate. Sean Jardine to go for the extra point attempt. And there is a flag thrown in the secondary. And I believe an illegal substitution is going to be called against somebody, and I don't know which team. I think they're going to point to the Red Raiders. So that should move the ball once again half the distance to the goal line, and if it does, I'm curious if the Menahoonies would elect. No, they will not. They will keep the tee out there. 21-0. Sean Jardine going to go for that extra point, looking for number 22. There's the snap, the kick, it's up. What a rocket shot through the goalpost, and it's good. We're going to pause with 11:22 to go before halftime, and it's now Waimea 22 and Kauai High School nothing. Ryan Koga back for the Red Raiders along with Tryson Shigimoto. They've got some power and speed in those two. Shigimoto at about the 4-yard line. Ryan Koga at the 5 on the far side of the field. Jardine sets the line, starts forward, kicks a line drive. It is headed towards Koga, bouncing at the 10 and goes inside close to the end zone. Koga picks it up from the goal line. 5-yard. Here come the Menahoonies. They've got him at the 6. Oh my goodness, Ryan Koga started at his goal line, trying to get to the near sideline, but the Menahoonies would have nothing of that at all. Michael Solibio down there helping to make the stop. So the Red Raiders now will begin from the 5-yard line, 1st and 10. The ball perhaps just across the 5-yard line. Raiders, and of their 4 drives or 4 possessions now, have started inside the 10 on 2 of them. First down play for Vigilia. Ready to go with an I formation. Pitches it to the deep back. That's Shigimoto trying to get out of the end zone. Out to the 5-yard line. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Small gain if anything. 2nd down and 9 coming up for the Raiders. And the Raiders really have to keep from going into some sort of a shock or coma before halftime. They do not want to get too far behind where it is obvious that they just will have no chance of coming back at all. Football's a funny game. But you need to keep something going, and this will be a crucial drive for the Red Raiders now. With 10.5 minutes to go before halftime, Richard Vigilia sets everybody up with an I formation, receivers wide, a man into motion. That's Masters. They pitch to the near side, trying to set some blocks for Shigimoto. He's out to the 10-yard line, still on his feet, fighting through Villanueva's tackle to the 12. Trice and Shigimoto really doing a good job, and he had picked up some nice blocks from Mikey Nii and Eric Masters, the man in motion. And that was able to spring Trison for a few. Takes the ball across the 11-yard line and brings up a third down, about 4 yards to go for the Raiders. Biggest play of the night, of this young night for the Raiders. Incidentally, you're enjoying KIF football here on Kauai's sports leader from Eli. It's 720 KUAI, and we're glad you could join us for our football Friday night. Raiders and the Menahunis. It's a good one. Third down play coming up. Straight drop back for Vigilia now. Wants to throw it to Masters. Has it complete across the 15-yard line. Depending on the spot, they'll have the first down. The Menahunis shoved him back across the 15. The spot will be favorable to the Red Raiders. They will hold it just across the 15-yard line. That'll be enough for the first down. Good grab for Eric Masters. Oh, wait a minute now. They will put the ball back at the 15-yard line. It'll be fourth down. A line judge had it out at the 16, or actually just shy of the 16, which would have been enough, and that's where Masters got it. And that was his forward progress. However, the Menahuni defense able to knock him behind the 15-yard line. So it's fourth down, and Eric will be punting for the Raiders. Sean Jardine standing at the 50-yard line. Low snap. He's got time still. End-over-end kick at the 40. Another Raider roll. No, it'll bounce the Menahuni way, coming back to the 42. So Waimea has it at the 42-yard line. They will set the ball to the near hash mark. Raiders on this close side of the field. The Menahunis on the visiting far side. And again, another near capacity crowd here at Fedina Stadium. If everybody took a seat, a lot of people moving around and in the tunnels and turnstile or peristyle areas. So that might fill it up completely. Close to 5,000 people in attendance here tonight. First down, 10 to go for the Menahunis at the 42-yard line. The Raider 42. Alden Pablo into motion to the far side. Pitch to Jardine. Jardine hit behind the line of scrimmage. Oh, and he is down. Luke Smith coming in with a safety blitz on the run. Able to stop it for a 4-yard loss. Second down and 14 now. Menahunis back to the other side of the field at the 45-yard line. Raiders trying to get that defense to stack up against the run. Pablo to the right side, Sean Jardine to the left side in a pro set formation. Here's the snap. Castro wants to pass. There's a flag on the play. They'll throw it to Alden Pablo. It'll be incomplete at the 45-yard line, and holding will be the call against the Menahunis. That'll move him back another 10. And this is one of those situations that the Red Raiders hope that they can capitalize defensively. If they can force Waimea into a passing situation, perhaps their corners or the safety, even some of the very quick linebackers that they've got, might be in position to get an interception. So 10 yards marched off, all the way back to the 45-yard line. Raiders looking for a big play here on second down and 20. Actually, it's second down and 23. Jardine now the halfback. And a handoff collision in the backfield. Jardine given the ball, wrapped up, and he is dropped in the backfield. Shane Sato with the stop. Shane Sato like a monster on the left side of that line, just blasting right through the Menahunis. Waimea with a missed exchange in the backfield when Castro and Jardine collided into each other. That helped stall the play down just enough for the Red Raiders to really seal it off and come after him. So third down and 27, a loss of 4 on that play. Waimea will set their line, put the receivers to the left side, flanker off to the left as well. Here's the snap to Castro. Villanueva on misdirection, trying to cut back over the middle of the field, and he's going to be stopped at the 42-yard line. It's fourth down and way too far to go. The Raiders held their positions on defense. Really anticipating that play very, very well. Everybody stayed home. And that forces a 4th down and 26 for Waimea. Nakoa Martin back with Trison Shigimoto to return the punt from Sean Jardine of the Menahunis. There's the snap. It's perfect right at the numbers. Jardine gets a high kick. It'll be very, very short. Comes down. Nobody knows where the ball is. It's now at the 30-yard line. Bounced at the 38. Took a big Menahuni roll all the way down to the 22. Nearly hit Eric Masters in the back. And the Kauai High Red Raiders will get it at the 22-yard line. 1st and 10 for them with 6:40 to work here in our second quarter. Vigilia coming out. Vigilia 10 for 28 coming into this ball game with just 2 interceptions. Their first play will be a pitch to Shigimoto, trying to string it out to the near sideline. Oh, some great penetration from the corner, and that is Alden Pablo. My goodness, and the Menahunis have found somebody else to play both sides of the football. Alden Pablo at the corner, able to really come up and make the stop on Shigimoto. Big loss on that play of about, well, they take him back to the 13-yard line. Almost a 10-yard loss. The scoreboard will put it at 9 yards off. So 2nd down, 19 to go from back at the 13-yard line. Receivers will go off to the wide right side of the field. Strong left on the line. I formation for the Raiders. Vigilia drops back, looks to the right, looks over the middle. He's pushed in the pocket, and down he goes inside the 5. Sacked by the Menahunis. Tafua in there on the stop. Keali'i Aguiar also in there on that sack of Richard Vigilia, and his pocket just completely collapsed on him. So the ball at the 5-yard line, 3rd down, and the Raiders just moving backwards. 3rd and 27 for Kauai High School. Receivers go wide on both sides. Shigimoto going to run from out of the end zone. Vigilia puts a man into motion. They hand off. Shigimoto, right side, has some running room. 10, breaks a tackle to the 15, still on his feet out to the 13-yard line. So Shigimoto at least gets us away from the goal line for a 4th down. Still brings up a 4th and about 17 yards to go. The punting unit will go onto the field with still quite a bit of time left here in our second quarter. 4 minutes and 40 seconds or so to go. Eric Masters will once again punt. Boy, he's been a busy, busy punter this evening. And I believe Eric has also had the most opportunities. He's got 12. The next closest is Kiko Kaniali'i with 5. That was before tonight's game. Here's the kick. Again, nearly blocked. Taken at the 45. The Raider 45 by Valen Vea. And tackled immediately at the 42-yard line. Big play for Kauai High School's Travis Muraoka. Again, he has covered a play very well. Menahunis, though, enjoying great field position all night long. Begin at the 41-yard line. 1st down and 10 for Kurt Castro, the Waimea Menahunis. Castro with Valen Vea in the backfield. Sean Jardine and Alden Pablo. Handoff to Pablo, quick opener up the middle inside the 40. He'll gain 5 and work his way to the 37. And with 3 runners in the backfield, very difficult for the Red Raider defense to be able to diagnose the play and figure out who the ball carrier is, especially if you've got a Sean Jardine back there. Randy Villanueva in the backfield along with Vea and Jardine. Jardine to the far side. He'll get the call this time. Slants off to the right side inside the 35-30, knocking people over into the 20 and down to the 18-yard line, dragging Nakoa Martin with him. Sean Jardine just taking it right straight through the Red Raiders and knocking them over like bowling pins. Another 1st down for the Menahunis. They'll have a 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line, leading 22-0 here in our second quarter. Vea to the left, Villanueva in the middle, Jardine on the right, gets the call, left side slants, oh what a hole, inside the 10, no one's going to touch him, he walks to the end zone, it's touchdown Waimea. Sean Jardine does it again, this time nobody touches him. He had such a giant hole off the left side. Roderick Geronimo, Jason Caldera really just knocking people out of the way. Kaimi Aguiar again, the center, helping to just clear it out. Sean Jardine to the extra point. Charles Ferguson to hold for him. There's the snap. The kick is up. It's good. Let's pause. 3 minutes, 16 seconds left before halftime. Menahunis extend their lead. It's now Waimea 29. Kauai High School yet to score.
That's it. Out on one side.
And he will be kicking. Ryan Koga back, Tryson Shigimoto back. Here's the kick, end over end, another long one to the 10-yard line. At the 12, it'll be Koga. Koga pushes his line forward, gets the wedge out across the 20, still on his feet, turning over the 25 to the 27-yard line. Another return for Ryan Koga. Ryan really, well, biding his time for baseball season. However, he is quite an accomplished football player, and I really don't want to take away from anything that he does on the football field, but we know he's a good baseball player too. First for the Red Raiders, 10 yards to go at the 28-yard line. They'll put the ball to the far hash mark, and here come the Kauai High School Red Raiders out of their huddle and into the formation. Richard Vigilia swings the slot to the right side, now brings him into motion to the near sideline. Quick opener, a handoff up the middle. Oh, what a room for Mikey Dee. First down across the 40 to the 45-yard line. 15-yard pickup. Nii taking a forearm crush at the 45, and that's where he'll go down. Nice play for the Red Raiders. They came out smoking on that one. Benson Tabata comes into the ball game. William Lopez comes out for the Red Raiders. They will bring the plays and alternate with that. Raiders now really need to manage the clock somewhat well. They've got 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Vigilia to the line of scrimmage, barking his signals. Menahunis waiting. They've got 7 men up on the line. Quick pass out over the middle, completed midfield at the 50-yard line. Nice little dart thrown by Richard Vigilia. Has it complete to Tabata. Tabata gets up a little bit wobbled, holding his right arm kind of gingerly. Second down and 5 for the Raiders. Tail of the ball at the midfield stripe. They have moved into Waimea territory. Tabata will come to the sideline, still holding that right arm of his. Nii and Shigimoto in the backfield in an I formation. Slot to the left on 2nd and 5 for Vigilia. He'll take the snap. Pitch to Shigimoto behind him. He grabs it, cuts back over the field. Redirection over the 50 to the 45-yard line. Down he goes, just shy of the first down marker. He will be less than a ball length. Shigimoto helped up off the carpet by Michael Solibio and Daniel Tafua of the Menahunis. Come on, little buddy, get up. Let's do this again. And the officials, I believe, are going to temporarily stop the clock. No, the Menahunis will take an official timeout. We're going to pause along with our Waimea Menahunis. 1 minute and 43 seconds remaining before halftime. It's Waimea 29, Kauai High School nothing. Buddy, it is indeed third down, less than a yard to go for the Red Raiders. Trying to keep possession of this ball and trying to get onto the scoreboard, trailing by 29. Remember, they lost in the season opener 33-0 out at Hanapepe Stadium. So the Raiders were hoping to be able to get their hands on the Menahunis back here at their home turf, but it has not gone very well their way tonight. Into the backfield is Luke Smith now for the Raiders. Here's the snap, quarterback sneak, first down across the 45-yard line. Mikey Nii giving a little bit of help to his quarterback. Running into him from behind to help that forward surge. And they'll take it to the 44-yard line, gain of a couple of yards on that play. Minute and a half now remaining before halftime, so the Raiders do need to pick up the pace just a little bit here. Nii in the backfield, Luke Smith the tailback. Vigilia puts the slot to the right side. That's Kelly Ueoka, his slot man. Well, actually, Kelly is wide to the near side. New man in the slot. Little swing pass to Smith out to the right side, trying to cut it up the field. He'll get to the 40-yard line and across the 40 to the 39. Nice pickup of 5 on the play. Timeout taken by the Red Raiders. We're going to pause with them with a... Alrighty, thank you there, Reggie. With a minute to go here before halftime, the Red Raiders looking at 39 yards of Vidina Stadium turf in order to score, and they're going to have to figure out a way to get down there mighty quickly. The Red Raiders have not had easy going against this Menehune defense. Waimea with that 5-2 has really stacked it up against Kauai High School, allowing them a little but not a lot. Here's your second down play now. Vigilia sets his line. Waits for the snap, man into motion now. That's Masters coming to the near side. They'll take the snap, hand off. Shigimoto diving across the line over the middle, close to the 35-yard line. Brings up a third down and about 2 to go. Gain of just 3 on the play. Clock continues on that running play. Third down and 3. Raiders with another crucial selection from that playbook. Nii and Shigimoto. Slot left is Eric Masters. Here's the third down call. Vigilia takes it, hands off. It's Shigimoto with the carry across the 35-yard line. And not much more, maybe just to the 35. Brings up a 4th down. Well, they'll actually mark it. So it'll be 4th down and 2. Crunch time for these Red Raiders. Mark Miguel has brought in his play to the offense. Let's see what it is. Tabata goes way wide to the far side. Masters slot right. Shigimoto in the backfield, I formation. Vigilia ready to take the snap. Masters comes to the near side in motion. Vigilia 3 steps back, fires to the left corner. It'll be complete. Kelly Uyoka near the goal line. Uyoka with the catch at the 5. He'll take it down to the 1, and the Raiders knocking on the door. There's 22 seconds. They spot it, back out across the 2-yard line. So the Raiders with some last-minute heroics. And who can forget the 4th quarter of Friday night's game against the Warriors? The Raiders, can they get it going again? And a flag will be thrown on the play, and it's going to be encroachment on the defense. The Menehunes with a half the distance to the goal gift to the Raiders. No time comes off the clock. Kauai High School able to move the ball. It is now just resting shy of the 1-yard line. Shigimoto will have Nii blocking in front of him if that's the call. Here's Vigilia ready to go. They set with a slot right. Shigimoto gets the call, upended. Oh my goodness. Knifing through and a loss on the play. Julius Cesar with a great tackle at the 3-yard line. And that'll do it, folks. Halftime at Vidina Stadium. Time has expired. The Raiders with an opportunity. They come up empty. We're going to pause. The score, Waimea 29, Kauai High School nothing. Raiders will have Trice and Shigimoto and Ryan Koga back to receive the kickoff. Sean Jardine will be kicking it off, and Jardine coming into this game with 536